The start of a new month is the perfect time to reflect, appreciate the small wins, and set new goals for the month ahead. Welcome to my October monthly reset. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Alicia Butte and I make wellness and personal development videos here on my channel. Today, I wanted to do an October monthly reset with you all and recap September and go over my goals and intentions for the month. I find these videos so inspiring and just a helpful reminder for me to live with intention, to keep my goals top of mind. I first saw these types of videos by Eileen from Lavender. I've seen some of Carter Sullivan's videos, and most recently I came across Monica Danaeus, and I just love the monthly reset videos. So since I make personal development content here on my channel, I figured this is the perfect video topic for me to try out as well. I only set a couple goals for the month of September. I had a goal of posting one video a week here on my channel, which I did. I had a goal of trying out vlogging, which was so uncomfortable for me. I had never made a vlog before. It definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone, but I'm so glad that I did. That was one of the first videos that I created where I actually got a couple comments from people that I don't know in real life. So that's definitely a small win for me. And then my last goal for September was to work out 3 times a week, which I didn't keep super close track, but I think I mostly met that goal. And just generally, I had the intention of enjoying YouTube. Like, this is all still so new for me since I started my channel in July, and it's honestly still very challenging to just get used to this whole talking to a camera. I was able to reconnect with a friend that I know from undergrad. We both went to Xavier together in New Orleans, and we're both in the DC area. So we met up for the DC Jazz Fest. That was, I think, the beginning of September. And that was just so much fun getting to hang out with her and, you know, walking around the festival and just enjoying the last bit of warm weather that we have here in the DMV. I also enjoyed taking a few hot yoga classes at a local studio. They had a special going on where you get a full week of free classes. You can go as much as you want. So that was a nice way to just dip my toes back in the hot yoga water, if you will. I used to do hot yoga on a fairly regular basis when I lived in Austin, Texas, many years ago, and I hadn't been to a hot yoga class anytime recently, so it had been a while, but it was so good. The heat is intense. I was very quickly reminded of that. So generally, I just enjoyed being able to explore more of DC, try out some really good restaurants that I definitely want to go back to. Okay, so let's get into my October goals and intentions. I decided to map this out in Notion, but I decided to not go overboard and create goals within several different areas of my life. I know that a lot of the monthly reset videos that I've seen, people give goals for like every area of their life, which I think is really awesome, but I'm someone who gets easily overwhelmed when I feel like I'm being stretched in too many directions. So for right now, I'm just focusing on 2 areas of my life. I have goals related to health and wellness, and then goals related to YouTube, since these are my top priorities outside of work. So in terms of health and wellness, my goal is to be active after work for 30 minutes on 3 days. And I like to sometimes set a minimum goal. So I have minimum being active after work for 30 minutes on 2 days. And so I talk more about this strategy of having a stretch goal and a minimum goal in my video that I will pop up right here, where I talk about how to get back on track with your wellness goals. So if you haven't seen that one, check that one out next. That's my goal. Be active after work for 30 minutes on 3 days, minimum of 2 days. And I want at least 1 day of those workouts to be focused on strength training. So for me, that might be a kettlebell workout, doing Pilates, Pilates or using resistance bands. For each of my goals, I've indicated how I'm going to track whether I've done the behavior or not, and then the daily benefit that I'll get from doing the behavior regularly. And that's also something that I talk about in that video. So in terms of my activity goal, I'm going to try something that I haven't seen people do. Is something that I haven't done. So when I see people use Google Calendar, for workouts, I usually see them put it on the calendar of when they want to do it to like block off time. And sometimes that works for me, sometimes not. Like if I don't end up doing the workout, I don't always remember to like move it to a different day to like reschedule it. So for me, for this month, I'm going to try something different. And once I do the workout, I'm going to put it on my calendar as kind of my way of saying that I've completed it. I don't know if this is going to work or if it makes sense, but it's something that I want to try. We'll see in November how that turned out. But the benefit that I think I'll get from being active more consistently is better stress relief, and then by focusing on some strength workouts, feeling stronger. And then my next health and wellness goal is to journal before bed 2 times a week, minimum 1 day. So in order to track this, I always write the date whenever I do a journal entry. So that'll be pretty simple to see if I've done that twice a week. By journaling regularly, it'll help me relieve stress and also get better sleep because I'm not ruminating on thoughts that are keeping me up, get everything out of my head and go to sleep peacefully. And then my last health and wellness goal for this month is to continue to meal prep lunch and dinner on Sunday afternoons. I like Sundays to be my heavy cooking days. It's when I have the most time to dedicate to it, and I can start the week off with meals prepared and I'm just ready to go. So in order to track that, I'm just going to see, am I eating out early in the week? I know that come Friday and Saturday, those are the days that I tend to eat out. So I'm not really worried about that, but I am going to be looking out for eating out early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then the benefit of meal prepping my food is better gut health. So I do have IBS, and so I am really mindful of what I'm eating and how that makes me feel. So I know that being on top of my food and preparing meals that are both gluten-free and dairy-free, so essentially kind of paleo-ish meals, are better for my digestion, helps me save money by not eating out as much, and then helps me save time during the week as well. So those are my health and wellness goals and the areas that I want to focus on in October. And then next we'll touch on my 2 YouTube goals. So the first goal is to continue to post 1 video a week on my channel, and I track this in Notion, and there's also the lovely public accountability piece. You all will be able to clearly see if I posted or not. So yeah, public accountability in conjunction with Notion. And then the benefit of me being consistent, posting 1 video a week, I will get the benefit of developing a community here on YouTube, possibly helping you all, strengthening my creativity, improving my confidence and on-camera presence, and also just following through on my commitment. So I made a commitment to myself to post consistently on my channel for a year before I evaluate whether this is something that I want to keep doing or if it's not something that I want to continue. So I'm giving myself a year before I even make that decision. So it's me pushing through the discomfort of learning these new skills, the discomfort of showing up publicly online. And then my last YouTube related goal is to only check YouTube Studio, which is the area within YouTube where I can see my analytics, to only check YouTube Studio 1 time a day after work. This is going to be challenging, so I think I'm going to remove the app from my phone completely and only check it on my laptop, which will be helpful. I have a repeating task within Todoist, which is the app that I use to manage my tasks. I have a repeating app for 1 time a day for checking for new comments or just looking at my analytics. So that's going to be my way to track. Once I check off that I have checked YouTube Studio, that's going to be my signal to myself, no no more for today, hold off until tomorrow. And I think the benefit that I'll get from that is feeling less stress, less comparison with other creators and just like how fast other people's channels are growing, and just kind of less compulsive checking. I think checking like multiple times a day isn't serving me, so that's something that I want to rein in and kind of get under control. So those are my goals for October and what I'll be focusing on in terms of health and wellness and YouTube. So let me know down in the comments what's one goal that you have for the month of October, anything specific that you're working on. I'd love to see what you're working on as well, and we can hold each other accountable, cheer each other on. I'd love to know down in the comments. Y'all, I almost just had a freak out. I thought I lost all of the footage that I just filmed. It was like 30 minutes of footage. I thought it was all gone. It's not. Crisis averted. So excited that I don't have to completely redo the video. Okay, we're back on track. I wanted to go over 2 books that I'm currently reading that I'm going to finish up in October. That's the plan, at least. The first is Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo. I am currently reading it. It's really good so far. It's a personal development book, and I really like the way that she explains the concepts of how to work through fear and how to like listen to your intuition to make decisions, and it's just really good so far. So this is what I will be reading in October. And the other book that I am almost done with, I just have a little bit left. It's Verity by Colleen Hoover. I saw Cameron Monet mention Colleen Hoover's book, so I was just really curious and wanted to check them out. So Verity is a romantic thriller, and I haven't read a romantic thriller since I read Gone Girl a few years back, and it's a really good read so far. It's kind of like creeping me out. I'm not gonna lie, it's creeping me out. But I'm glad that it's almost over and I can see how it ends. But this is something different for me. When I'm reading, I'm normally reading a self-help personal development book, more like Everything is Figureoutable. Like, this is my kind of bread and butter of what I read. So I wanted to kind of shake things up a bit and read something more for pure entertainment and not really for personal growth or personal development. So this was a nice change of pace. I'm curious to see how it ends. So hopefully I can finish this in October. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish both, hopefully. We'll see, but this is what I'll be reading in October. And I wanted to share a new snack that I tried. It's a new gluten-free, dairy-free snack for me, and I've been loving it. It's so good. Let me grab it. Okay. It's these cinnamon crunch twist by Perfection Snacks. And when I tell you I love a dipped pretzel, I love a dipped pretzel. I love cinnamon. So these are absolutely great. They are gluten-free pretzels dipped in white fudge infused with cinnamon flavor and sprinkled with sea salt. Y'all, this is it. They are vegan. They're gluten-free. There's like none of the things. No MSG, no trans fats, no high fructose corn syrup. Y'all, these are so good. These are like one of my favorite snacks right now. That's what I have been enjoying in the month of September. Let me know if you like this type of video. If you enjoyed this type of video, I'd love to have you be a part of my community. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my future uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Stay true to you.